Hi, it's Debbie with the Pickin Coop Farmstead. It's about 10 to 8. I slept in a little bit today. Actually, I really didn't sleep in. I was watching my YouTube heroes, the haulers. Um, and so now I'm out in the garden. The shade is still on the garden and it's nice and cool. It's in the upper 50, well, probably 60 by now. But anyways, I'm out here and as you can see, everything looks beautiful. So I'm going to see if there's anything to harvest. Everything is still pretty damp. We'll see what it looks like at the end of um, in the early evening. That's when I like to turn on my sprinkler. But I think we're going to be okay. So it's not been as hot. It's been in the upper 80s. Like last night got up to like 89, I think. So I'm not having to water as frequently. But we're going to see what we can harvest. I think I'm going to harvest some more lemongrass, possibly some lemon balm. Oh, my cat is going crazy out there. I'm watching her. She's running 100 miles an hour. I think she's trying to catch a bird. Well, she doesn't have wings, so I don't think that's going to happen. So we're going to come along over here. I got my trimmers. Bring you with me. And this is my, what bed is that? Oh, here we go, pumpkin bed. I'm going to use that to put my tripod in. I don't have any blooms on any of my pumpkins or squash, but they're really starting to grow, which is nice. But I do have the ever bearing calendulas. And remember, when you're cutting these, cut them at the Y because you do not want to cut any future blooms. Try to cut them when they're open like this one, not like this one. That way they dry better and they're more fully developed. So this time of year is a daily thing, which is wonderful. I'm going to have so much calendula to make salves and teas, and I think I'm going to read up on possibly making a tincture with it. And I'm going to, I always give the stems to my chickens. That way they can benefit from that. So here we go. And we'll carry on. Okay, so now I'm on the other side of these guys. And like I said, I'm just cutting the ones that are open. The sun is not on the garden yet, so I imagine after Mr. Sun gets over here, all these ones that are closed up are going to open up. But tomorrow's another day, right? Okay, so there we go with those. I think I'm going to get some of these that are partially opened. And remember, the more you cut or pick, the more that's going to grow. So some of them aren't quite ready, but got a nice little bunch of them. And then I'm looking at the mullein. There were some bees already on them, and they usually don't wake up until it gets warmer and the sun gets on them. But I saw a couple honeybees, which I'm really excited about. All right, now I'm on the opposite side of the garden, and I'm looking at my dill, and they're still pretty green, the fronds. This one's starting to turn a little bit. And some of the heads, sorry, and the fronds are starting to turn a little brown. So this one is almost ready to harvest, but I don't know if you can see. Let me come over here. This guy right here is ginormous, and he is definitely, I'll show you up close, ready to harvest. I just can't believe when they say mammoth, they mean mammoth. I love dill plants. I don't know why. I just think they're absolutely, look at the size of this compared to my head. I'm going to put it exactly adjacent to my head. Huge. But see how it's kind of turning a beigeish and the seeds are starting to dry up. So this is an indication that you need to pick these guys if you want to save the seeds for either resowing or planting or for culinary purposes. At least that's what I do. And now I'm looking in my cruciferous bed. I've got this little tiny little tenderling broccoli. I'm going to pick that because I cheated last night and I did not make my stir fry. Oh, there's little bees in my flowers in this bed. That's lovely. I just love them. I'm going along now and I'm trimming up these types of things. They're just spent leaves. I save them though because I do give them to my chickens. And I do have a little cauliflower head, the first one I've ever successfully grown. I'm hoping it's going to get large before it bolts. I'm super excited. I'll show you a close-up of that before the day is up. So I'm looking to see if there's anything else in here that we can harvest. I am very sad about my wasabi. It has actually gone to seed, which is okay because I wanted to let it once it started going. Simply because I think I'm going to cut some leaves, sorry. Simply because I'd like to save the seeds from it. And so far it hasn't gotten bitter. It just seems to be hotter, which is totally okay by me. So I harvest a couple of leaves, and I don't know if you watched my video before. I'm planning on, I'm going to set these right here, planning on drying it and sprinkling it in my Asian food or on my food, whether I'm cooking or just on my plate. So I'm kind of excited about that. So I get that horseradish flavor and it'll be right at my fingertips. All right, so I don't have any blooms yet on my hibiscus. Let me show you this. She is right here, getting taller, lots of green leaves. It looks like some of my radishes are bolting. I don't even know what I was thinking when I sowed these guys. I always direct sow my radishes. I'm just like, what the heck was I even thinking? Oh yeah, I wasn't. So I'm not getting much in the way of radishes, but that's okay. It all turns into chicken food. I've got lots of blooms on my cucumbers. I do have one little cucumber going there. Oh, there's a lemon one. There's lots of little babies in here, so that's a good sign. I was kind of worried because I got that in first three cucumbers. Hello, McFly. I said, Wes. I got 3 silver slicers, 2 lemons, and the market pickle, whatever they are. Market pickle is what they're called. So I got one of those too. But now they're starting to come on, which is great. My tomatoes along this handmade trellis. Alan Val gave me this, and I just strung some baling twine on there. And they're starting to grow up. But every time I go by, I weave it in and out of that. I'm still looking for more radishes here. This is my other pile. I don't see any. There we go. No, nothing yet. That's okay. So everything's looking really well. So I'm excited. I'm just being impatient. All right, so I got a really clean container because I don't like to wash my what do you call this stuff? Chamomile. Hello. Because it's so delicate and the little heads are very spongy and I don't like them to absorb water. I just run my hands along the plant, and then these ones, for some reason, I'm thinking they need to be fed, are not being huge and prolific like last year. I thought they weren't getting enough water, but they are. So my guess is lack of nutrition, I'm going to say. So it's time for some more worm juice for the whole garden. And last time I did a video on that, I mixed it kind of weak. So this time I'm gonna make it stronger. I think I put like 1 to 5 or something like that. But this time I think I'm going to do maybe 50-50. I don't think it's going to hurt it. And then I'll just spray every plant in every bed. But you want to do it after you water because you want to give the plant time to absorb all that wonderful nutrients from the worm juice. So I only got that much, but man, I wish you could smell it. I used to be a big fanatic for Jolly Ranchers green apple. That's exactly what these guys smell like. It's amazing. I did have to take my camera off. Look at this little purple tomatillo. That will be, I believe, the first of many. There's all kinds of little paper lantern sacks going in there. There's gobs of blooms. The bees are starting to come. So we know for sure that we're going to get lots more. Look at these little baby tomatoes. I think these are, let's see, not Oregon Spring. Sorry. Oh, these are Dr. Witchies. Oh, the yellows. These guys are supposed to get really large, I believe. I'm super excited. This guy is Oregon Spring. It's got little babies on it. There's just tomatoes everywhere, babies. I think that's the first of the Dr. Witchies. I'm excited. Look, my little eggplants got little blooms. They are not even yellow anymore, so I'm thinking, oh, I gotta show you this. Hold on. This bloom's huge. I think it was the worm juice that helped him, but look it. Sorry, I'm making you dizzy. Look! That's a future eggplant! So excited! And these guys are just, look at them. Tomatillos, man. Try to keep them in and out of the trellis just to keep them out of the way of everything else, because these guys will seriously take over if you let them. It's crazy. So I try to wind them around, but look at that. So beautiful. And I got to show you, these are the ideal market beanstalk. Talk about Jack and the Beanstalk. I never grow pole beans. What a beautiful, beautiful thing to grow. They're going to need a bigger pole. They have outgrown this post like crazy. But look at all the dill right here. Then I have more dill over there. There's one ready to be harvested. Okay, I'm going to put this. Oh, I'm going to show you these tomatoes. Look at them all. These are Oregon Spring. These, if you've never grown these, they make great sauce tomatoes. Fresh eating. They're very versatile. And every year I grow them, they are very, very prolific. They're hardy. They're just, look at them. They're amazing. I can't say enough about those. And look at my Cracker Jack marigold. So pretty. I don't know that I'm ever going to grow any other marigold. These are gorgeous. Those little short ones, though, are nice. And they're staying short, I think, because I have them nestled in between my cruciferous plants. So they don't get as much sun as these guys. These are in full sun. Look at them. They're just, I'm going to snap a photo. Lovely. Oh, look what has opened up. My yarrow. Yarrow, the only medicinal benefit of yarrow that I can think of off the top of my head, there's many, is it stops bleeding. And living way out here, that's essential, really. And look at all the new fronds. It's like a little fern, and then once it gets up so high, the leaves look um more like a marigold. It's kind of interesting. They're beautiful. These are almost ready to harvest. I'm going to wait till they totally bloom out, and then I'm going to snip them and dry them. So over here we have our beautiful teddy bear sunflowers. They're gorgeous. I only have 4, but that's okay. Then I have here, these are Aunt Ruby's green tomatoes. And I'm looking on the plant. I know I saw some the other day. I have like 3 or 4 of them in here. I had the babies on it. And these are the black from Tula. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And look, this little pepper plant, it's an ancho, is adapting. It's growing up, up, up to get to the sunlight, which is awesome. There's 3 of them in here. I just hope my tomatoes don't overshadow. There's a silver slicer, a baby. Look at my tromboncino. It's got blooms on it and they're opening up. I'm super excited. Here's a dill head that needs to be harvested. They just get kind of brownish beige looking, and you know that's time to snip them off of there. So I'm going to grab that one and harvest it today. My stinging nettle is starting to really progress. I'm very excited. I just have to remember when I do harvest it to wear gloves. I think my beautiful cabbage is just about ready to harvest. So that's lovely. That's the one that bugs did not attack. So the last thing I wanted to grab was some of this beautiful lemongrass. And remember, only take so much of your herbs, because if you take too much, they will not be able to thrive. So I'm taking the bigger outer leaves, only 1/3 to 1/4. Some people say 2/3, but I've got quite a bit in the house. And then I think I might take some of this lemon balm too. They both smell the same, like lemon pledge. It's just gorgeous. I'm going to take just a little bit of that because I have quite a bit dried in the house. But like I said, I'm going to start making my own teas. And these things will be wondrous. And that's why I'm growing the hibiscus too. So I probably should do some more chamomile, but tomorrow's another day. The mister and I have to go to town to get an oil filter for my car. I'm taking you with me here, bear with me. Because I went to get in it on Thursday morning and I turned it over and I heard this ding and it was the oil light. My car never, ever, ever uses oil at all. So then I'm like, I checked the dicks, turned it off, checked the dipstick, nothing. So he checked it yesterday and all the oil's coming out where the oil filter is underneath. So he's hoping it's just the oil filter because they have little gaskets that you do. So hopefully that's all it is. So I thought I blew my car up or something. So I think it'll be all right. All right, well, that's all I have for you today. I hope the sun is shining where you are. I hope you're happy, healthy, safe. Thank you as always for watching, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. And God bless you all. Happy gardening. Until next time, bye bye.